Welcome. What does virtual meetings mean anyways? By the end of this video, you'll know what a virtual meeting is. You'll have clarity on what is and isn't a virtual meeting. You'll learn why virtual meetings are so significant. You'll gain insight to what's the future of virtual meetings. And at the end of this meeting, I'll share an unusual way to use a virtual meeting to connect to people all around the world. Educate says that virtual meetings are real-time interactions that happen over the internet using integrated audio and video, chat tools, and application sharing. So who is meeting virtually? Well, at schools, students are meeting virtually to work on projects together as well as socialize with their classmates. Faculty use virtual meetings to provide key aspects of live instruction to online learning. Business people are using virtual meetings to connect with each other, to get work done without having to drive or travel to meet the other person. And even kids are in virtual meetings. Virtual meetings now might be a way to connect to another relative, such as a grandparent who might live in another city. Online virtual meeting applications use browser plugins or a separate customized application to be able to exchange audio and video. These applications connect through a hosting service, whether local or remote. By connecting to a resource such as the internet, it's able to chop up the video and the audio into small packets or packages, which are sent through the internet and then unpackaged on the other side to create consistent audio and video for the recipient. Most virtual meeting applications are platform independent. This allows a Macintosh to a PC to maybe Linux or some other operating system, allow them to connect together and host a meeting. To host a meeting, all you have to do is click start. And for other people to join, it's now been made as simple as having a link or a URL that you can click on for the other person to join. As soon as everyone connects to the same part, now they can start their virtual meeting and talk to and communicate with each other. Why are virtual meetings significant? Virtual meetings now give the ability for you to connect with anyone in the world at the same time. Now you do have the challenges of time zones, but as long as you all connect at the same location at the same time, you can now talk with each other in real time. You can have a conversation, find a way to collaborate, get work done, and not have to travel all the way to that other location. You can save a lot of the travel and expenses. You can do things like do valuable work and now have dinner with your family and friends at the end of the day instead of having to travel to another city. Virtual meetings have really increased the amount of work that we can get done. So where is this going? I think you'll start to see that virtual meetings will become more prevalent, more integrated into our everyday life. You can see people walking down the street, having a conversation with one or more people. I think you'll start to see even larger virtual meetings. Things like there's already meetings of 100, but what about 1,000, 10,000, maybe even 100,000 can have an interactive meeting, not just a one-way broadcast. Virtual meetings are also going in this route. With augmented reality, we can have a virtual meeting where it looks like I'm meeting with you here inside of my room. I should be able to see what's happening inside my room and then modify it with augmented reality. The other place that this can happen is in virtual reality. Now we have the ability to create the meeting setting of anywhere in the world or of any type that we want. Maybe there are things that we can't create easily in the real world, but you can create them in the virtual world, and we could all use that effect to help us meet together and get work that we haven't been able to do before and get it done inside of VR. Again, you can have thousands of people come together in virtual reality, and I think that you start to see that experience ramp up. It will either become closer to reality, where it can have more impact onto us, or it'll allow us to do things that we can't do in the regular world here. Maybe things such as levitate or float, or have 20 different screens out to us that would be very difficult in the real world, but in the virtual world, you can create these objects and these items. You can see a lot of sci-fi movies have really tried to predict what could happen. For instance, the ability for us to take a meeting on our watch was something that was in a science fiction long ago and is now a reality. Just think about what we can do. We might be able to talk to other people in space in a next virtual meeting. So there's no limit to what our imagination can do inside of virtual meetings, and now that they're commonplace, we'll start to see more and more abilities show up in virtual meetings that could make our life easier, better, and more connected. So what are the implications for virtual meetings? It means we can meet with anybody, anywhere, and at any time. One of my good friends, Kendall Cox, works for a company called Living Waters for the World. They help create clean water in faraway locations, such as Costa Rica and Peru. Virtual meetings has allowed her to teach the systems for creating these clean water and how to assemble clean water filters in these different countries without having to travel there. This is a great way of showing for what virtual can be. Virtual can help us create and share more abilities to do good things in different parts of the world at a lower cost and in a lower time frame. So something as simple as clean water in these locations can make a big difference through the use of virtual meetings. So let me share how virtual meetings have impacted me. When the pandemic hit in March of 2020, I actually started a karaoke group called Engaging Virtual Karaoke. And while I imagined that I could potentially have thousands of people around the world come and join me, well, I got 12, but I got the right 12. We had the right 12, and these people called in consistently from the Philippines, from Orlando, from Arkansas, from Australia. And we met regularly every Saturday to share our love and passion for singing. And what's amazing about it is that one of the members from the Philippines said, without this resource, he wasn't sure how he would make it through the pandemic. What's interesting with that is that I've met over 60% of these people in person. We met somewhere in the United States together, and now, through the use of virtual meetings, we have created meaningful relationships, shared different parts of our lives, and have become great friends. This really shows the power and the potential of virtual meetings, of ways that we can connect with people we normally would never have connected with, and how it can enhance our lives. If this video has been helpful, and you want to take virtual further, then I have a gift for you. Normally, I have a masterclass that people pay $100 or more for, but I'm going to give it to you for free. When you complete the 6 steps to more engaging virtual meetings, you're going to find all new ways to create engagement with your virtual attendees. You might even be able to reach out and make new friends. You'll discover new ways you can use virtual meetings to help your life, and most of all, you might be able to make this world a better place. Make sure and click the link below in the description to get access to that class now.